It's getting ridiculous.
Tonight, fed up after losing power for the third time this year, and on one of the coldest nights of the year in Hibbing, residents have had enough.
And standing in solidarity, Duluthians take to the streets, raising awareness for an epidemic facing the Native American population across the country.
Plus, making progress. Affordable insulin options are moving forward in St. Paul. What's being done to make the final push towards reality?
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Baki.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. Thousands of residents on the Iron Range were left in the dark last night on one of the coldest nights of the year.
A widespread power outage as temperatures in Hibbing dropped into the 20s below zero. And believe it or not, this isn't the first time this has happened this winter.
Yeah, and many residents are upset and speaking out tonight. CBS 3's Jenna Wells is hearing from them and learning why it happened.
Thousands in Hibbing are heated after the coldest night of the season.
It's getting ridiculous.
After a widespread 2-hour-long power outage affected over 5,000 people overnight in well below zero temperatures. Bonnie Duncan says the temperature in her home dropped 7 degrees in an hour.
Our 4-year-old woke up at about midnight and was crying because he was cold, so we got more blankets and his jacket on and just kind of snuggled up on the couch all together. Body heat, that's all we could do.
Director of Utility Operations Corey Lubavitch says now they know the cause was a faulty feeder cable, which they're investigating.
Our plans are to replace it. It is isolated and out of the system at this moment, but because we were in real time so shortly after it happened, we couldn't take it offline, determine what the problem was. We are currently doing that.
Lubavitch says while this is Hibbing's third widespread outage in 2 months, the outages aren't related.
They are handled pretty much the same way, but the failure cause, the root cause, they're all different.
Residents tell us they've had few answers from the Hibbing Public Utilities Commission about why this is an ongoing issue.
It would be nice if they had more notifications on why things are happening so that residents aren't left in the dark as much as they are.
Lubavitch says they are working on several different plans to make sure something like this doesn't happen again.
We have asset management programs that we are formulating and are putting in place as we speak that should greatly mitigate these outages, not only in the near future, but in the long-term future as well.
But the people who keep losing their power are feeling a little less optimistic.
When you're paying so much for utilities, it's nice to actually have them, you know, and it happens way more than it should.
Hibbing Mayor Rick Cannata provided a statement after the power outage saying the city of Hibbing and Hibbing Public Utilities are working together to try and fix this problem to make everything run better. It's going to take some time, but we want to work out all of these problems, end quote.
All right, Dave's here to talk about the weather. Dave, it was frigid last night, but thankfully a little bit warmer today.
Yeah, it rebounded very nicely this morning. What a cold start. I hear Cotton, where my wife is from, 39 degrees below zero. 32 below for the folks in Hibbing, up your neck of the woods, Kristen. Cold enough to set a fresh record. The old record of 31 below. Goodbye. Well, also goodbye to the cold snap. That warm front coming across is going to send us up towards 30 above by tomorrow. So the cool high pressure, that's going away, slipping out of Michigan and down to the south. Warmer temperatures plus flurries coming our way tonight. 30 to 40% chance for snow showers around the area through tomorrow morning. So let's fire up the forecast here for our weekend. And tonight, clouds are on the increase as that low pressure system gets closer. And because of the clouds, the low temp tomorrow morning will be 10 above, not 10 below. Saturday, we do get morning flurries, but giving way towards a slowly clearing sky in the afternoon. And high, 29 degrees in the Twin Ports, might hit 30 towards Ironwood and probably Hayward as well. But it doesn't last forever. This low has a warm front, yes, but it also has a cold front. That cuts temperatures in half come Sunday. Clear to partly cloudy, but a high of only 12. Is that an aberration or a sign of things to stick? I'll show you the 7-day forecast, and we'll figure it out together in a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. The 5th annual Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women March took over downtown Duluth this afternoon.
Survivors and families raised their voices demanding an end to the violence. CBS 3's Alex Libby spoke with those affected, and they share what needs to be done.
Corey Northrup is planning to march both as a trafficking survivor and a mother who wants the best for her children.
This issue is so important to me as they grow older and are in the community more.
Northrup is one of many Indigenous women impacted by high rates of violence in the Native community. Women are 10 times more likely to be murdered than the national average. She says it's on everyone to be part of the solution.
The pieces that we need to focus on are education, awareness, and advocacy.
Renee Ann Goodrich, an advocate with the Native Lives Matter Coalition, knows firsthand why this issue matters and what families are going through.
I recently lost my daughter, so I understand this incredible loss and grief.
Goodrich says some families walk to find healing, but others have a different reason.
We walk in support to family members as they advocate for their lost loved ones, calling attention. Some are demanding justice.
Northrup has been marching since the beginning. She says she's starting to see slow change as more and more people get involved.
Watching this march and everything grow with the legislation and people coming out and supporting, I think is like imperative to us actually making the changes happen.
Making change happen and making change last one step at a time.
Last fall, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz signed legislation creating a Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women Task Force. That task force is currently meeting and has until the end of the year to come up with ideas to end the violence.
Demolishing a vacant downtown Duluth building is officially on hold. The former owners of the Pastorate Terrace building put up the $50,000 required to stall the historic structure's demolition. Now, the city will have to wait until an appeal process plays out before they can possibly tear down the building. City leaders estimated the proceedings could last until the end of the year. Several weeks ago, city leaders put up orange fencing outside the building after bricks began falling.
A 17-year-old was taken to the hospital after they were hit by a car on Duluth's central entrance. It happened just before noon today near South Blackman Avenue. Police say the teen was not seriously injured and he was cited for stepping into traffic. The driver of the vehicle says they saw him but could not stop in time.
A McGregor dad is in jail after his toddler was shot in the eye with a BB gun. Dale Preston was charged with 7 counts today, including child endangerment, assault, and having drugs around a child. Authorities say the 2.5-year-old's mom took them to the hospital Monday. Preston was reportedly taking care of the child when they were injured. He claimed kids were playing with a BB gun in the alley outside their home when a BB ricocheted and hit the toddler. According to court documents, authorities did not find evidence that directly matched Preston's story. They also found a BB gun under his mattress. Court documents show the toddler is back home tonight, waiting for surgery to remove the BB lodged under their eyebrow.
A Coon Rapids man died in a snowmobile crash near Tower. According to the St. Louis County Sheriff's Office, the crash happened Thursday along the Arrowhead snowmobile trail. The 51-year-old veered off the trail and hit a tree. He died at the scene.
The long-running debate at the Capitol over insulin affordability has shifted to the Minnesota Senate. Yesterday, patients and parents urged senators to keep working toward a compromise between competing Senate Republican and House Democratic proposals. Affordable insulin is one of the main pieces of unfinished business left over from the 2019 session when a compromise fell apart at the end. A Senate Health Committee gave the first hearing yesterday to a GOP proposal, approving it on a voice vote and sending the bill to its next committee stops. The House Democratic bill is also moving through committees.
A big endorsement in the race for Minnesota's 8th Congressional District. Today, the International Union of Operating Engineers Local 49 backed incumbent Congressman Pete Stauber. Local 49 members applauded the Republicans' work to add jobs and on key labor issues. Stauber pointed out his efforts to secure a $10.5 million grant for the Duluth Seaway Port Authority. He says grants like that will help bring jobs for years to come.
I'm fighting for free and fair trade. I'm pushing for projects that are important for our region. I understand that fighting for our jobs and the economic drivers in our region is utmost important.
Stauber does not have a Republican challenger right now, but 2 Democrats are in the race, Quinn Nystrom and Soren Sorensen. A primary will be held in August with the general election in November.
Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, plunging for a cause. Cold temps are not stopping folks from jumping into Lake Superior's icy waters as they raise money for a good cause.
Icy air sure hit us this morning. 16 below here in the Twin Ports. Yeah, 30 below further away from the lake. High tempo of 15 above is a sign that a warm front's coming to change things around. For how long? Will it stay warm forever? I don't think so, frankly, and we'll show you how long then with our 7-day forecast right after the break.
Do you know what the U of M does for you? From farms to breweries and orchards to markets, discover how the University of Minnesota is cultivating a new crop of Minnesota businesses.
The Culligan high-efficiency water softener is the world's best. It's backed by the industry's strongest warranty and serviced by the world's largest local dealer network. Click or call Culligan Water and start saving today.
Honey, what are you doing?
Carpet's getting a little long. Tripping hazard.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Who wants a brat?
Honey, just get in already.
With the penalty-free promise, auto rates never go up from tickets or accidents.
Seriously?
So find something else to worry about. Western National.
Extreme speed. Soar from 60 meg up to 1 gig. Extreme Wi-Fi 360. It's 360 degrees of coverage and a whole new way to Wi-Fi. Extreme power. Streaming so real you can feel it. Feel it. Extreme reliability. Because your life depends on it.
Conservative Jason Church with President Trump since day one. Career politician Tom Tiffany, well, he's shoveling a load of, you know. Tiffany opposed Donald Trump, and his big money backers spent millions to stop Trump. We just can't trust a Madison insider to clean up the swamp. Jason Church, he's not a politician. He's a combat veteran that'll have President Trump's back. American Swiss Security PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
What are you thinking?
Thinking about burger, fries, and some pie.
You know it's 9 o'clock in the morning.
Well, then bring the pie first.
It's back and better than ever. Hurry in today for Perkins Burger, Fries, and Pie Combo. For a limited time, enjoy any burger, crispy fries, and a slice of our famous pie. It's dinner, dessert, and a deal. Only at Perkins.
Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Let's talk about this morning's cold temperatures as that Arctic wave hit us and sent temperatures plunging down. Record, Hibbing this morning, 32 degrees below zero. Cotton was colder than that at 39 below. And Embarrass, of course, one of our kings of cold, was at 34 below. But into Wisconsin, 24 below at Solon Springs Airport. That's pretty chilly as well. 24 below for Watersmeet. The Arctic air, though, it had its say. And now it's going away. It's heading to the south and the east. And now things are going to warm up from the west. Just in time, perhaps, for those who, frankly, have to face power outages in cold snaps. That's not a good deal, and hopefully that deal goes away for a little while. Right now, here's what we're being dealt. 11 above at the airport in Duluth. Relative humidity, 56%, and a wind from the south-southwest at 20 miles per hour. That's helping warm things up. Barometric pressure, that's starting to go down now that the heart of the high pressure is leaving. From 30.2 or so just yesterday, we're down to 29.97 right now. And that's a sign of a low pressure system coming to increase the clouds, warm us up, and drop a little snow between midnight and about noon tomorrow. Temperature is dropping to 6 above in Watersmeet right now, and we have 11 to 13 in much of northwestern Wisconsin and similar temperatures in Minnesota. But this is one of those nights where the actual low temperature tomorrow morning will be warmer than it is right now. And a sign of that is hitting International Falls where it's 18. So that warm front will nudge temperatures up here as the night goes on, and it will not be overly cold, at least until Sunday when it starts to cool down again. This warm spell coming away is going to be short-lived. But now that the low pressure system and its warm front's coming towards us here, we are starting to see, well, little light snow showers here in Lake of the Woods County and into Couchiching County as well, and with 30 to 40% chance that that's going to fill into the rest of the region here as the night goes on through about lunchtime tomorrow. So taking a look at the map for Saturday, that low pressure system brings the flurries in the morning, as I mentioned, and then it should slowly start to clear in the afternoon as another round of northern high pressure sets in for our Sunday. And that's going to cool us down again. If we get close to 30 on Saturday, we'll be cutting that in half by Sunday and only having 15. But in turn, come Monday, this low pressure system further to the west will push us back into the 20s for temps and bring us a better chance of snow than this one's going to bring on Saturday. The Monday system from this low just might bring 1 to 3 inches of snow, and it's a 50% chance rather than 30 to 40. Now let's fire up the forecast here for tonight in Minnesota, and you still have to fire up the wood stove, especially on the Mesabi and Vermilion ranges, where at least briefly the low temps will dip into the upper single digits, but then we start the warm up overnight, go about 10 to 14 above, and above zero, not below. Wisconsin, Michigan, your alleged low temps run 13 to 16 above, and clouds will be increasing on your side of the country as well. Looks like I misspelled a word there. Oh well, they'll dock my pay for that one. Tomorrow we're looking at 30% chance for morning flurries in Wisconsin, Michigan. High temps could go 29 to 32. That's warmer than normal. Minnesota temps around the border could be 24, but could be 31 by the lake and down towards Moose Lake. That lake too, eh? All right, 40% chance for morning flurries and a little bit of clearing in the afternoon, which could lead to a lot of clearing and a bit of cooling come Sunday. Cool conditions, partly cloudy sky, morning low of 0, high temp only 12, so we'll be more than cutting it in half. And there's the bounce back to 23 on Monday with the 50-50 shot of snow, and after that, well, we go back and forth on temperatures, as cool as only 10 above on Wednesday to as warm as 32 come this time next week. Anthony and Kristen.
All right, well, I'm excited. I'm going to sled the city in Chisholm tomorrow. They made a hill downtown, a sliding hill, so looks like tomorrow's weather will be very,
and Ashland has Book Across the Bay, so those outdoor activities on both sides of our region.
Yes, love it.
Thanks, Dave. Speaking of Book Across the Bay, organizers tell us the ice is perfect for their upcoming event, saying it's triple the thickness they need. Book Across the Bay events started at 5 o'clock tonight and run throughout the weekend. The main event is a 10K ski or snowshoe on Lake Superior tomorrow night across Chequamegon Bay. The trail is lit by luminaries to guide people from Ashland to Washburn.
Preparations are underway for the Polar Plunge in Duluth tomorrow. For the first time ever, it will be held on Park Point. It was moved there due to ongoing repair of the badly damaged lake walk. Hundreds of people will plunge into the icy waters of Lake Superior to raise money for the Special Olympics. There will also be a 5K run. Check-in starts at 8 o'clock with the race starting at 9. Be sure to be on the lookout for traffic restrictions throughout the morning. And good luck, everyone.
Yeah, Burr. Still to come on Live Local CBS3, how more than 50 second graders embrace the cold today.
CBS3 Live Cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
Schneiderman's helps you celebrate life's happiest moments when everyone has a spot. Even Spot. It's BOGO time at Schneiderman's. Buy one item and get another half off during the President's Day sale at Schneiderman's Furniture.
Uh-oh.
What?
I think I forgot to lock my Buick. Got it.
I bet you lunch you can't make it in there.
I'm thinking sushi.
Alexa, ask Buick to start my SUV.
You can do that?
You can do that?
You can do that?
Yeah, with the Buick.
What?
At the heart of every Buick SUV is you. Find out why Buick is #1 in dealer sales and service satisfaction. Pay no interest for 72 months on most Buick SUV models. Plus, current eligible GM owners get $750 purchase allowance.
Years fly by. Your retirement date keeps getting closer. Rather than spending another year worrying about retirement, get a second opinion on your financial strategy. Let us answer your questions and show you how tax reduction strategies can benefit your retirement. Go to MPPLFinancial.com to download our free tax reduction checklist. Then call MPPL Financial this week for a complimentary second opinion consultation. A second opinion could be your best 2020 financial investment.
The great outdoors is headed indoors for the Duluth Sports Show and Northland Deer Classic. Stroll through the Rainforest Animal Exhibit. View the wonder and majesty of the ocean and more at the virtual reality experience. Visit the Pheasant Forever Youth Village. Take a selfie at the interactive 3D street art illusion. Marvel over a world-class shed antler display. Attend seminars on RVing, fishing, and hunting. Family fun is happening now at the Deck in Duluth. MinnesotaSportsShow.com.
Imagine a place where fun is as pure as the driven snow, where you're never left out in the cold, and where winning at winter puts the icing on the lake. There's so much to do in this Minnesota land. We put it all in a scratch game you can hold in your hand. So get out and play. We up to 100K. Get out and play. The Minnesota way.
Schneiderman's helps you celebrate life's outrageous moments. More room for the king of the castle. Sleep 8 degrees cooler and save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic Breeze during the President's Day sale at Schneiderman Sleep.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting nationalguard.com.
Star Trek Enterprise.
Find heroes and icons only on My 9.
Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m. on live local CBS3 Duluth.
Well, today's frigid temps did not stop 52 very brave second graders from Duluth's North Shore Community School from participating in a sled dog race, but it wasn't really in the way you'd expect.
Yeah, brave and energetic, I would say.
Yeah.
You'll see why. CBS3's chief photojournalist Wyatt Buckner brings us the sights and sounds of the Ikitarod.
The Ikitarod started when we wanted to work with the kids on teamwork, and we go over all kinds of team activities with the students, put them in race dog teams, and then the last big event of the unit is to run a dog sled race at school. They aren't racing dogs. The students take the dog position and the musher position.
What was your favorite part, bring a dog or bring a musher?
Dog. Musher. Because you got to run and get energy out.
The rest of the school comes out to cheer us all on, encouraging the kids. It's a tradition now. We talk a lot about being good sports and just having fun with the race.
What was your favorite part?
Probably the hill. Yeah, the hill. It was fun because you got speed going down, and it was a little more challenging to pull your team member up the hill.
When you start to see the kids all get together, working hard and working with their whole team, that's my favorite part.
I just think it was really fun. The whole thing. The whole thing.
Kelly joins us now. That is some athleticism there, though. Those kids pulling each other on sleds, that's a lot of work, but I'm sure they're sleeping really well tonight.
Yes, there is nothing like, I mean, my nieces and nephews, when we play out in the snow, there's nothing like getting them all tired up and then just crashing that night.
Some future athletes there, I think.
Oh, yeah. Maybe future hoops players, which is what we're covering next. We got UMD basketball highlights coming up from Romano Gym. That's next.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with me, Leanne Valdez on CBS3.
Jason Church served with honor, but why'd he back a liberal Democrat who pushed to impeach President Trump? Yep, Church donated to help liberal Democrat Max Rose beat a solid Republican. The guy Church backed sides with Nancy Pelosi 96% of the time and voted to impeach President Trump. Church served our country well, but if he backed a liberal for Congress, can you count on him to serve you in Washington? Club for Growth Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Okay, I'm
my Johnsonville commercial, they opened on a game show set in the 70s. Today we got Johnsonville smoked sausage made with 100% premium pork. Some brands mix meats and add fillers, but not Johnsonville. Contestant number 1 bids the closest, so he wins a boat. And he says, I don't want that boat. I want the sausage. What if I told you that boat is filled with Johnsonville smoked sausage? And that's a smoked sausage commercial made the Johnsonville way.
Oak Lake RV is kicking off the new year right with our year-end closeout pricing. Browse our entire inventory today, from our indoor showroom to our clear lot any time of the year. Now is the time to buy. Non-current model years must go at Oak Lake RV. Visit oaklakerv.com for more details. Oak Lake RV in Moose Lake, family owned and operated since 1930.
Vaping has been declared a national epidemic among youth. 1 in 3 high schoolers vape in northeastern Minnesota.
My child started having seizures from vaping. There's still so many unknown chemicals.
One vape cartridge has as much nicotine as at least 2 packs of cigarettes.
My child was hospitalized with severe lung injuries.
They said it was no big deal.
My child said it was no risk.
That it was under control.
That's what my child said. But what could I have said? Get the facts and talk to your child today.
At Miller Hill Subaru, we believe in the mission of saving homeless pets and placing as many as possible in loving homes. Nearly 800 pets have been given a second chance through the Subaru Love a Pet adoption event in the past 12 years. We sponsor rescue groups near and far who share in this mission. And it's clear our amazing community supports adoption, welcoming these deserving pets to their forever homes. This is what collaboration and commitment to our community means to us.
Huge tax breaks for the rich while the middle class continues to struggle. That's what happens when billionaires are able to control the political system. Our campaign is funded by the working people of this country. Those are the people that I will represent. No more tax breaks for billionaires. We are going to guarantee health care to all people and create up to 20 million good-paying jobs to save this planet. I'm Bernie Sanders, and I approve this message because we need an economy that works for all of us, not just wealthy campaign contributors.
Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
The UMD women's basketball team have no doubt been on a roll this season, especially as of late, riding a 4-game win streak coming into tonight with the opportunity to reach 20 wins on the season. UMD Hoops welcoming in Northern State at Romano Gym. We'll start with the women's game. UMD with a solid double-digit lead in the 4th quarter. Northern State trying to battle back as Sarah Tveit muscles her way in for the shot, but the Bulldogs always seem to have an answer. Sarah Groh lays in 2 of her 6 points on the evening, and more work in the paint for the Bulldogs, and Simonette puts one up, and she had 7 as well. UMD's Brooke Olson led the way with 19, and the Bulldogs win their 6th straight. They are still undefeated at home, 64-54, the final. The men with the same matchup in the latter half of the doubleheader, 1st quarter. UMD trailing early. Drew Blair from behind the arc drills the 3. That's 3 of his 10 points on the evening, but they were battling from behind. UMD with possession, but Mason Stark forces the turnover and lays it in on the breakaway. He had 18 on the night for Northern State. They made him from long as well. Gabe King drills 1 for 3. He led the Wolves with 24. But it was a big night for Brandon Meyer. Check out the play from Trevor Entwistle to Meyer in the paint. With that shot, Meyer is officially UMD's all-time leading scorer. Congrats to him. He had 31 total on the night. UMD goes down, though, 85-73, the final. The 8th-ranked UMD women's hockey team on the road at Minnesota State tonight extend their win streak to 4 games with the 5-4 win. UMD had 5 different goal scorers in the victory. They will go for the sweep tomorrow night. It was number 1 versus number 2 in the Lake Superior Conference as top-seeded Hermantown Hawks hosted the 2nd-seeded Proctor Rails tonight in girls high school basketball. The Rails seeking revenge in this one as Hermantown took the earlier matchup between the 2 teams back on December 14th. Early in the first game, tied Sam Parendo lobs it up to Liz Fraze for the easy 2. That pulls Proctor ahead. Later on, Rails still up 2. Eva Asgard gets it in the corner, pulls up and hits it. Hermantown now with the 16-15 lead. Very next possession, Rails answer. Perendo with the kick out to Sam Pogachnik. She rattles it in. It's 18-16 Proctor, and the Rails hand Hermantown its first conference loss, edging them out 64-61 the final. After 3 seasons with the Minnesota Wild, Bruce Boudreau is no longer the head coach. He went 158, 110, and 35 in his 3+ seasons with the Wild. The coaching change comes after a 4-3 shootout loss to the New York Rangers last night, a game that the Wild really should have won. Assistant Dean Evanson has been named interim head coach.
Well, if players are hurt by this, then maybe they're not the players that we should have here. This is the business that we're in. It's unfortunate. It's always a sad time when you do this, but this is the business. And just like I said the other day with the Jason Zucker trade, this is something where I fully expect our players to show up at game time tomorrow and be ready to go. You know, we've shown that we can beat the best teams in the league, or the so-called best teams in the league. And I think in some of the tighter game situations, we could be a little bit better. You know, like I said, not one thing, but, you know, last night was a game we should have won.
After being pushed back a day for cold conditions, the state Nordic ski meet was finally held today in Boabak. Over 320 qualifying high school skiers. Sunny skies, starting with the boys 5K freestyle. In 6th place, representing the Ely Timberwolves, was Jasper Johnston with a time of 14 minutes and 14 seconds. In 19th place, 35 seconds behind Johnston, was Sam Sturtz out of Grand Rapids with 14 minutes and 52 seconds. 2 spots behind him in 21st place was Benjamin Bauer out of Cloquet Esco Carlton, 3 seconds back of Sturtz. In the girls freestyle 5K race, it was another skier from Ely leading the way from section 7. It was freshman Zoe Devine in 10th place with a time of 17 minutes, 23 seconds. The Timberwolves did qualify as a team, as did the Duluth East Greyhounds, led by Claire Kramer. The senior finished with 16th place with a time of 17 minutes, 44 seconds. And in 36th place, it was Lucy Campbell from Duluth Marshall with a time of 18 minutes, 24 seconds. Congrats to everyone. That's going to do it for sports tonight. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 Closed Captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health St. Mary's Medical Center. Proud to serve as the Northland's only adult Level 1 trauma center.
He's thinking recliner. You're thinking sofa. It's okay. Everyone wins at the President's Sale at Slumberland Furniture. Plus, for 3 days only, Saturday through Monday, get incredible doorbuster deals marked way down. The 3-day President's Sale at Slumberland Furniture.
Years fly by. Your retirement date keeps getting closer. Rather than spending another year worrying about retirement, get a second opinion on your financial strategy. Let us answer your questions and show you how tax reduction strategies can benefit your retirement. Go to MPPLFinancial.com to download our free tax reduction checklist. Then call MPPL Financial this week for a complimentary second opinion consultation. A second opinion could be your best 2020 financial investment.
What are you thinking?
Thinking about burger, fries, and some pie.
You know it's 9 o'clock in the morning.
Well, then bring the pie first.
It's back and better than ever. Hurry in today for Perkins Burger, Fries, and Pie Combo. For a limited time, enjoy any burger, crispy fries, and a slice of our famous pie. It's dinner, dessert, and a deal. Only at Perkins.
Here's the America I know, a country that puts working together ahead of standing apart, where we find common ground to expand health care and build a stronger, fairer economy and save our planet. I'm a problem solver. I build teams. I nurture good ideas. I hold myself accountable for results. It's how I led a complex, diverse city, and it's how I'll unite and lead this country.
I'm Mike Bloomberg, and I approve this message.
Our shower was like 20 years old, and it was just in the worst condition. We had a new shower put in, and it was acrylic, and there's hardly any cleaning compared to the other one. We decided to call Bath Planet, and Wayne did contact us, and he made sure that it was a good time for us.
He came here at 8 o'clock in the morning. Job was done by 4 o'clock.
I'm so glad that we chose Bath Planet.
Join us for our grand opening event at the Miller Hill Mall on Friday, February 14th.
He's thinking recliner. You're thinking sofa. It's okay. Everyone wins at the President's Sale at Slumberland Furniture. Plus, for 3 days only, Saturday through Monday, get incredible doorbuster deals marked way down. The 3-day President's Sale at Slumberland Furniture.
Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men. Our buy one, get one for a buck suit and sport coat sale is now in progress. Hundreds of options. Mainstream, downtown Duluth.
Dave, nice little warm-up tomorrow, huh?
Yeah, it will be fairly nice after 30 below this morning, and I keep harping about it. We go towards 30 above for Saturday, and just a slight chance for some morning snow showers. Come Sunday, back to reality. A cold front cuts us down to about 12 above. In turn, we warm up again on Monday. We cloud up, we get a 50% chance for light snow. Coldest day of the week ahead, maybe 6 below by midweek. Back to that.
All right. Well, happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Have a great weekend.
You guys have your red on.
Yeah.
A new